yourself in the name of your family.
And religion.
I was killed as well to avenge my father.
No. Bernard told me the story. You were killed in a sword match. That guy stabbed you.
His name was Laertes, and they were fencing.
But what does that have to do with your father?
Where Anne was crowned king. He was the one who set up the fencing against Laertes. It was my mission to avenge King Hamlet's death by killing Claudius.
Claudius was your uncle?
Yes. But you still never answered my question.
Okay, well, Creon, my uncle, didn't allow the proper burial of my brother Polynices, and to ensure his burial, to guide him to the afterlife, I had to do it, even if it meant punishment for me, because, well, I mean, Polynices asked me to.
My father's ghost asked me to avenge him as well.
That's pretty extreme. Why'd you do it?
What do you mean? Why didn't I do it? My uncle killed him, and the ghost told me to, so I did it.
What else was he supposed to do?
He could have said no. He could have chosen to do what he wanted.
What do you mean? I wanted to avenge my father.
But did you have to off his uncle? Didn't you want to do something else?
I did. Did I not? I was hesitant to do so. I wrote you to contemplate the murder for a lengthy period of time. Oh yes, why? Why would you make me so indecisive? Why couldn't you make me brave like Fortinbras or bold like the other players? Why did you make me so cowardly?
You weren't cowardly.
No? Oh, why?
Just because you didn't want to do it doesn't make you cowardly. You obviously did it for a reason. Your dad asked you to. You seem like a good guy. I wouldn't pin you for murder when I first saw you.
He did it for honor. He had to honor his father's death. Would you let such an injustice in amongst your family?
I would do anything for my family. I would kill for my mom, my dear old dad, or brother. But I don't do everything my dad tells me to. Otherwise, I'd be locked in a stuffy old building doing boring things like reloading my staplers all day.
What is a stapler?
Does it matter? Bernard didn't say anything about you taking the throne after your father croaked. You could have. Why did you follow in your father's footsteps and become a ruler?
Well, I looked to continue my studies. In my day, there was a law that required a 7-year apprenticeship from every young person.
But could you do an apprenticeship under the king?
Well, my father dealt with leather and wool products, and yet my hand longed to write plays.
See, you didn't have to do the same thing as King Hamlet, did you?
No, I like to work with my hands. I wanted to go outdoors. Something my father should have done before he...
Before he what?
Before he killed himself in a car crash. But what would you do differently if you had the choice?
Well, the first thing I would do is that I would kill him when I had the chance, when he was praying.
So instead
Let
of
the
like...
bastard die real quick.
So instead of like being a coward and like waiting like days and days and days, you would actually kill him the day your father told you to?
Yeah, I would.
But did you really want to do that?
Did I really want to do that? Well, me as, an entity in 2015 would say yes, but then Shakespeare back in, whatever century it was would say no because he created me.
But what do you feel? Shakespeare aside.
Shakespeare aside, Antigone, I feel that I probably should have contemplated less and killed more.
Killed more?
Murdered more, in cold blood.
Well, you see what I do. I didn't kill anybody.
And she took a more
Except
nobler
yourself.
Well, I was punished anyway. I was trying to
She was noble while doing it, though.
I was trying to save my brother in the afterlife. All of my actions were noble.
Yeah, she did it for non-selfish reasons.
Just because you sacrifice yourself doesn't make you noble. In the Chinese army, they sacrifice themselves by carving a Z into their chest. It doesn't mean they're noble. They kill themselves because of treason. Just because you sacrifice yourself doesn't mean you're noble.
Didn't you sacrifice yourself?
No, someone killed me.
But
Laertes killed you.
Laertes killed me with his blood. With his blade, I'm sorry.
Well, didn't you know you were going to get killed?
Yeah, in
but
the
that's-
play, right in the
I
scenes
did.
right before, you and Horatio were where Horatio didn't think you would win and thought you would die. So did you have like some like prediction that you would die while trying to?
I mean,
Do
you
your
must have been
father's
able
wishes?
to
Frailty,
guess.
thy name is woman.
What? Come on.
What? I'm not frail. You're the frail one. I didn't contemplate at all. Once I knew that I was
Well,
gonna bury
yeah,
my brother,
I
that's
died.
true.
I died in
That's
battle.
true.
You didn't.
But she did it for a nobler reason. I was completely sure of her motives.
I didn't contemplate or double, second guess what I was gonna do.
Oh,
But you did.
So therefore, that makes your action less noble.
Can I ask you a question, Biff?
Yes.
Why'd you let your father kill himself?
Well, I couldn't do anything about it. Honestly, what can I do to stop my father from killing himself? He only wanted me to go into business, and I would never want to do that because I saw what it did to him. Why would I want to put myself to the same fate as my father?
But what about familial obligations? Like, Polynices asked me to bury him if he did die in battle, which I did.
You can't even say your brother's name right. It's Polynices.
Polynices. Obviously, I'm speaking with a Western accent because we're in America.
No credibility.
I'm Antigone. What was I saying? Right. But I laid down my life just to do what my family asked me to do. Why
make
can't
it sound
you do
like-
the same?
But the thing is, it's the 1950s, so these are completely different times. I'm more concerned about myself and my own pursuing of the American dream. I want to make sure that I have the best future possible. My father's already, sad. There's nothing I can do about that.
I think there was. I think you could have.
What do you think he should have done, Antigone, since you claim to be so noble and so fair?
While it is true that you did a really noble thing by, sacrificing yourself, you should not have, the superior tone.
I'm not meaning to be superior, but I'm saying, even when my father was blind and exiled, I put down my life. I could have gotten, married. I could have stayed
But who would want to
in
marry
royalty.
you?
I agree with that. Answer the question.
You are the daughter of your mother and your father, the father is also the son of your mother.
So
That makes him your brother.
in my play, in the play Antigone, when I was taken back into the royal family, I was betrothed
To
Haman
But then didn't Haman kill himself?
because he loved me so much.
Oh, true.
Or did he?
He did.
Did he love you?
He did.
Or was
I
he
don't
doing
think
it
he
more out of
loved you.
spite for Creon? Was he doing it for the opposite of familial obligation?
Which
No,
is,
no, he loved me. I will tell you.
someone's in denial.
Okay, what about you, Hamlet and
What about me?
Ophelia?
Ophelia loved me, but I didn't love
She
her
killed
back.
herself. She killed herself.
It don't matter what that woman
wait,
did.
wait. I think you did love her.
You did,
I mean-
but
You
okay,
did.
people
You did.
argue about
Maybe,
this all the time,
maybe. Imagine this stick right here. All this rust on this stick. Do you think the rust loves this stick? No. It does not love this stick. The rust does not love this
I don't
stick.
like your Shakespearean language. What are you trying to get at?
I'm trying
Be
to
clear.
say that frailty, thy name is woman. Which is the reason
So you're saying
why
that because
I
Ophelia
had
was a
to-
woman, that's
I had to
why.
left her.
Wow.
So you're saying that women, because she was a woman, that's why she was frail? Because,
Do you think your mom was frail?
well, that is true. Linda could have done something in the situation
I
instead of
Do you
always
think
pretending and
Antigone
lying.
is frail for killing herself when she could have done better?
No!
I stepped out of my little girly circle.
She did it for a nobler reason. She sacrificed
I went
herself.
out against the law for the
Exactly.
right
She
reasons.
knew what she was getting into.
Just because you go against the law doesn't make it the right thing.
I know, but it was the right thing because I had the right intentions.
Did you?
Yes, I did. For
Explain
family.
explain your intentions.
I-
Elaborate on each and every single one in incredible descriptive detail.
Well, you see here, Polynices with
Nices.
my
Can't even say
American
your brother's
accent.
name right.
This is America. Polynices. Okay. When he came to me in Oedipus, he asked me explicitly to bury him, to make sure he got his burial. Creon told me I couldn't, but in order to stay true to my family, I did.
I like that. I'm content with that argument. Catch us next time.